Hi, class. I was looking into the Florida Child Maltreatment Index for week 6, and my opinion on it is that I really do believe that the concept of them creating it is and was really great. And it seems like its purpose is to serve as a guide and an assessment, even so more so when you get a call, you go through each category and see what will be tagged on to each case and what route. And I believe uh, with each section that you pick, per like you get for a call, if you get a call with a child with having, let's see, for example, when they start to go into definitions to pointing out to you what harm is and when the person is and what it breaks down. Section D, Article A, it breaks down what each thing is. If it's a sprain, if it's permanent, if it's cuts. I think that's a really great strength about it, is that overall it gives you definitions and protocols. So that was the strengths. And also I realized that it's like a well working tool, and it organizes each thing for you for each, and as for weaknesses, I would definitely say I definitely would say that the same reason with it being lengthy can cause an operator to shortchange or to just shortcut different procedures and protocols that's prominent into actually taking down a case. And that ties into the Phoebe Johnchuk case, which what I really feel like can have been avoided. And most importantly, I think another weakness is that this is based off of the calls come in, but it's on the point of reference of the operator. The operator can say, okay, that this is not a pressing matter, or that doesn't really fall under Article 23 for Section B. So they just write it off, just as they explained in the Phoebe situation, which is clearly awful because it gives you gray areas. So it's kind of like, if it doesn't fit this situation to the T, is the operator going to kick the call? Kind of like, if there is such a thing, it's too specific, kind of, because it's really up to the person notating to see what they're going to do with the call. The call can be just as important, which brings me to how did this affect Phoebe's case? It affected her case greatly because her father murdered her. And if the steps and the procedures were followed, this wouldn't we can't ensure that that wasn't going to happen, but I really do believe that this could have been stopped for sure. The call came through on January 7th, and it wasn't accepted because they said that there was a gap. That should not even be in the index, and that call should have been enough to save this young girl's life. Because if someone called to warn them that these activities were happening, this should have been picked up by the operators. And again, as they said here in the notes, is that, hold on. Yes, just as I said in the practice assessment, number 2, number 1 is just what I said about the call that came through. It was not accepted in result of a gap. So what is, and then all in all, if number 1 wasn't important, number 2 is even more important, because it states right here is that it should have resulted in a referral for service.